Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Spring 2023. I'm Atlas, joined by Chronicler here for today's festivities. And as we get into it, very interested to see how Live Sandbox are going to perform, because things didn't look so good for them last week. They are one of our teams with over a 95% chance of making it to playoffs. All right, here we are on the Rift for game number 1 between Live Sandbox and Kwangdong Freaks. Bulldog taking the Mecha Aurelian Soul. Disintegration, or whatever it is. As Moham's going to dive forward, does interrupt the culling, but the tidal wave is good. There's the Chains of Corruption. Moham's going to go down, though. And Taeyun looking to chase this one down. Can he actually get anything back is the question. The answer is absolutely not, as Will is going to walk his way in. And the flash forward was optimistic at best.
Not only puts gold into the pocket of Envy, but also of Willer. One upside is that with the attention...
because I think the basket might be smaller than Canada. Well, I don't want to be crazy.
It's Aurelian Soul, right? So if we're upholding lore...
Yeah, that's true. He is relatively low. As Envy, Tycole's blessing, as now Youngjae's going to move down. Now the depth charges come in, but Will is in position. The 3-man Cyclone is massive as Taeyun's going to get knocked up yet again. The kick is decent for disengage as Taeyun's trying to stand his ground. Can they get any of the kills, though, is the question. As the Astral Flight comes in and he's straight on top of a bubble. Oh no, he puts down a singularity, though. It's going to slow things.
An Infernal or a Mountain, then the game becomes excruciatingly hard, particularly.
All right, Youngjae, see what we can do here as Moham's going to get knocked up. That's a bigger ultimate this time around, but the tidal wave, that's not the surfing trip that Moham wanted to go on, as he's going to get some stuns, but he's still dead. Will is going to lock down that kill.
Jungle gap, right? Like Envy and KL in the 2v2 are outplaying, and then additionally, we do see that Wheeler has been able to match anything that John
actually get this. It is huge for buying time for Kwangdong Freaks. The Live Sandbox not wanting to give this one up. That is a great counter-strike as in goes the ulti from the Dragon. The fight is on now as Dudu's trying to do the best he can, but the Dragon's already dead. Youngjae has to get out of there. Taeyun's flashing, and Kwangdong Freaks, they do manage to get the Dragon. That's it. Yeah. Live Sandbox.
Ideally, Dudu would be forced to teleport. We'll see whether that is going to come.
Closer. He's going to throw the depth charge out. There's the culling, and they just stand their ground. Moham going to flash and is going to survive for now, but Envy just dives after him with his Gale Force. Really nicely done. And now Live Sandbox get themselves back onto the Baron. They should be able to take this one out. Oh, no opportunity whatsoever. Bertle's now going to start this fight as Dudu at least manages to turn up, but the bubble is just too good onto this Varus, as now Bulldog's going to have to astrally fly away. And yeah, Willa is going to finish off his opposite number.
The Dragon ones definitely.
We got fights all over the place right now.
Yeah.
As Dudu trying to deal with Closer, who really wants Youngjae. Moham's going to die yet again, so we're going to see whether the Kasante can keep himself alive. Bulldog making his way back into this one, almost has his ulti back alive, as there was the drive-by Breath of Light. As Closer taking a bit of damage. Q is going to be found here by Dudu as another bubble is beautiful. I don't know whether that's going to be enough to get them in here. As ultis are flying in left, right, and center. The singularity is good as Closer is just disintegrating. Like the Dragon. To see that. All right, he's breathing. He's continuing to breathe, doing stuff. As into the backline goes Willa and Kwangdong Freaks. Remember the scaling, Chronicler. That's a few kills. That's an ace. Their base is basically dead.
Okay,
two Infernals.
Yes, but they don't have 3 inhibitors. Okay, they're not.
That means
they're going to get
3 waves of minions can be collected. He's going to get a kick. That is a nice chain there from Closer, and he's going to kick as well. Youngjae, no real options here. Does manage to save card, but Bertle does have a leap strike. And yeah, the battle between the minions. Closer with a depth charge. Let's see what they can actually find. Tidal wave does come in. Depth charge down on top of the Dragon. He's going to flash. The Nexus can just be taken down whenever Live Sandbox would like, and that is going to be right now. They will take game number 1. Kwangdong Freaks, they tried out the Aurelian Soul. Didn't quite work. Oh, thank you so much, gentlemen, for the breakdown of that one. A little bit sad. I'm a sad Dragon fan here, Chronicler, as things didn't quite work out for his debut here in the LCK. But if at first you don't succeed, do you know what I think you should do? Pick Aurelian Soul again. Not even try again, because they're definitely going to try again, because they're here, you can see. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 2. Bulldog throwing some ice towards Kyle, who is dressed accordingly, as you can see. The skins of both Talia and Lulu kind of matching up nicely.
Have a straight-up fight here. Wheeler not 6 yet, crucially.
Yeah, Jay finds the Q, actually dives towards both Wheeler and Kyle because they know that Bulldog is going to be here. Seismic shove. Can it actually find the mark is the question as they look to try and turn it. But they just push the monkey right back into their open arms as Closer's dashing around. Manages to pick up one with the Spirit Rush and is now looking for more. Extendo Beam does a bunch of work as Envy is now diving into the fray. Taeyeon pulls back the feathers but goes straight into the Death Chamber instead. And Kwangdong Freaks, they lose out on the trade.
Saying Inferno is one of the best offensive stats, and for everyone is always going to make you very happy. They will be giving up the Herald. Pick up a little bit of extra tankiness, can be quite good.
There's a kick flash as Grand Entrance is going to block one of the Spirit Rushes. He flashes away. Can he actually keep himself alive? The flash with the quickness as Moham is getting worked on, but they can't actually finish anyone off.
Right.
They're going to be able to take this. So, one apiece here on the Dragons. It's Kwangdong Freaks looking so much better here in game number 2. He's just going to Warrior Trickster as we've got a battle towards his top side as well. Grand Challenge has been issued. Teleport from Liv Sandbox, though, as that is a defensive attempt from Moham, but it is actually going to be the end of him regardless. As the Ari comes through, grabs her second kill. He does make his way over, he does, but Youngjae is still going to be able to secure it. Cyclone comes in as Youngjae picks up the eye, and now they just take down the Jax. Bulldog secures his first kill of the game.
Back foot.
And this, Q connects onto Kyle, but they look to try and escape. Oh, it's so cute, the little leapfrog, but still gonna get caught out. Polymorph comes in. There is the Seismic Shove just to try and zone them away. Yeah. Youngjae keeping himself alive, but the Orb of Deception, and as well as Envy's ultimate, going to be able to lock him up. There's the flash from Bulldog, but I think Envy's still going to be able to get in there. Doesn't die to the turret. Willa takes a bit of damage. Doesn't get the Featherstorm out just yet, but does get the heal as now Youngjae is fighting against Willa, who just gets over the wall and looks to try and taxi towards the rest of Kwangdong Freaks. Quickness used defensively here from Moham. So looking for it. They do have an idea of what's happening as Dudu teleporting in, but there's no smite, remember? As over the wall goes Dudu, and yes, they just watch the Baron go down. Dudu flashes immediately to get himself out of there, so that's true. Weaver's Wall comes in to try and block them away from this Drake as now Bertle, he dives forward. They do manage to get the knock up onto Taeyeon, but he pulls the feathers out, and the Blade Caller is good. Still, Bertle's going to be able to take him down. The Fiora gets rid of the monkey, but still Liv Sandbox are all over this fight. Bulldog trying to do the best that he can as Moham is running for the hills, and Bertle is just on a mission. He's really just being a little bit of a nuisance. The Drake is going to be secured, and there it is. The last Leap Strike comes in. Liv Sandbox finish them off. Caller onto Closer. Seismic Shove pulls him back, and the Grand Entrance is going to get out the Zhonya's at least for now. And Closer does eventually go down. There is an aggressive Featherstorm as Envy, oh, the flick is not going to connect. And now Youngjae's going to be taken down. It was so close, Kwangdong Freaks. That crucial cooldown and not having that one back off cooldown here. As, all right, there's a Cyclone towards the backline. Kick out from Willa, but he's still going to be able to get another knock-up. As Envy is just fighting against Moham. Moham should die, but can they get any more is the question. As Liv Sandbox find the fight around the river, but now Kwangdong Freaks are just pushing here in this bottom side.
Making her way over.
Yeah. Bertle's going in aggressively here. Yeah, Bulldog is going to have to back away. Closer's going to turn up, and it actually works out beautifully here for Sandbox. The Baron also goes down, by the way, guys. And this was a huge trade down for Kwangdong Freaks. From Bertle, the fact that he sees the two crucial cooldowns that can stop a Jax and then just flashes over the top.
Wait, who's
yeah, I don't know. We'll have to find out as Moham and Youngjae are pretty mobile as Envy is going to find. Oh man, Moham just pops like a balloon. And Youngjae doesn't want to see it. He's, of course, leasing.
So all Bertle needs to do is stay alive.
Is just going to look for Taeyeon here. Does get the Featherstorm out very early on in this one. There's the charm connecting onto the Lee Sin, who has no real options. Feathers are going to get pulled back as Envy is just chasing after Taeyeon. Bulldog throwing so many shards of ice into this guy. As now, there's the quickness. Envy may have overextended as there's a Seismic Shove. He goes golden for the moment as Kyle desperately wants to keep him alive. And the shield comes in, and Envy's trying to fight it out. That was so heroic from Kyle, but they're inside the enemy base. I think that he's not going to be able to catch up. Youngjae's going to move in. There's a Seismic Shove, and Bertle's going to be taken out. Youngjae, I believe, just kicked him in the back of the head. He absolutely shows us that
risky.
Can Youngjae get a ward in there is the question. He dives over. He's not able to take the Baron. It's taken by Lulu for some reason. Closer's going to go down. Youngjae lands yet another Q, but look at this. They're all in the back of this pit getting mown down by Bulldog. My goodness. That was the Thunderdome, and you didn't want to be there if you're Liv Sandbox. But still, they're able to collect themselves a Baron on a couple of members. Then we've got a forfeit. Oh! And there's a kick immediately into the grand entrance, and they pop the Ari. YoungJay may still fall down, and Envy is still very dangerous, but yeah, this Talia is doing so much damage, but in goes the Cyclone. Willa trying to be the hero. His GA gets popped basically immediately as Moham is buying a lot of space, but Envy skates. What the heck? He goes so far, and they get themselves out of there. Liv Sandbox, they are limping out of this fight, and Taeyun says, thank you very much. That is a triple kill for the Xayah, and Bulldog, he's still alive. Bertle, he cannot walk up. These Ice Shards are doing so much from this threaded volley. They'll take the Cloud Soul and maybe even turn it into a Baron as Bulldog, he sets up the wall.
Maybe you just hightail it down mid.
It's Baron time.
Well, they're gonna get Baron.
That is good. Not really good. It's Envy just gonna stand his ground, but he's taking a lot of damage. Immediately, once again, Closer is gonna be taken out, and now Envy trying to stay alive. Taeyun is just a raid boss, though. He's a turret, but he is gonna get wiped out very, very quickly, and there he goes. Bertle securing the kill, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. And top of the morning to you, Dudu. You can walk down mid lane and win this game. This is the classic Liv Sandbox way. They do not play League of Legends unless it is 3 games in a best of 3. Game number 3 between Kwangdong and Liv Sandbox. And I don't think we'll know whether the collapse is fully hit until Liv Sandbox actually loses series. Because they just haven't, they keep limping forward through these, should be, theoretically, on paper, easier matchups. Yeah. Kwangdong Freaks fans.
Loud.
Very loud. As Envy just going to walk towards the brush.
Willer, no.
No, we knew it was going to happen.
Willer, that's a red jungle item as well. That's the red Pokemon.
Yeah.
Willer, no.
Oh no, he's actually like that was bad even when Maokai was really strong. Ooh.
Because Envy and Cal also backed. Now should still be able to
have access to the counter-strike. Can he actually outplay this is the question as Bulldog tanks up the wave. And there's the counter-strike. All right, Bulldog, can you stay alive is the question. The answer is absolutely. He's got a few. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, the cask! It's too good! Orbit Deception comes in, and that accelerated shock blast is not going to catch him. Bulldog makes it out. And that is first blood going to Kwangdong Freaks with no answer.
There's a ton of questions that need to be answered.
Well, YoungJay's also going to be able to find Kyle, gets the wild growth. There's the flash immediately afterwards, and YoungJay's just going to cyclone him to death. Envy now also in potentially a tough spot, but does manage to at least land the Chains of Corruption. That's going to convince YoungJay to exit.
In deep trouble as it is X-Stack.
Man, it's the Zeri Drake. We've got Zeri's Soul Chronicler. As they look to siege this outer turret, there is the cask. It's going to land that time. Oh, the bouncy castle is just ridiculous from the Kwangdong Freaks. Yeah, let's see what Dudu can find. Throws the cask in once again. The Everfrost value is massive as Envy once again denied. League of Legends not allowed. Not in game number 3. Kwangdong Freaks collect another prize. And Liv Sandbox, their composition, it just cannot do what it wants just yet. As another Sandcastle will deny Bertle. Liv Sandbox, no. You're not allowed to contest this Drake. This one is going to Kwangdong Freaks.
In every single play thus far, that's going to be a second Drake for them. Yeah. Right? Like YoungJay and Dudu have done such a good job at spreading their influence.
Well, Everfrost not going to quite find the value, but that split was just beautiful. Twisted Advance is going to try and save the Maokai. He gets his ult off, but it does not matter. YoungJay going to look for Kyle here, gets another spin, and that's the double. As he just launches himself into the backline. Kwangdong Freaks are looking to break down this inner turret as well.
There is a sizable amount of bounties on the Rift, and Kwangdong from start to finish.
0 KT,
this
right?
Yeah.
Like, that happened. That was the thing that existed in our LCK this year. Need to be a little careful. The cat is going to come through. The charm connects on Envy again! And he just, what is that, the third pickoff is Taeyun. He's going to get wild growth. Can they actually lock him down? He picks up the kill under the tree. Doesn't survive, but still into the backline goes the Gragas. Yep, gets another body slam. There's the polymorph. And at least they take down the Lulu, but top of the morning to you, Dudu. They will be able to take out this inhibitor turret. And Kwangdong Freaks, they may just win the game right here.
Think they can push 20 seconds? They have a wave?
This is an absolute shellacking. I know it's 29.5 minutes, but I think it's still relevant. This Kwangdong Freaks is not the same team that was in game 1. It's not the same team that we've been seeing lose game after game. now up against Live Sandbox, another team in playoff contention. They sub Moham in, a doozy of a game one, and then beautiful the next two. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Spring 2023. I'm Atlas, joined by Chronicler here for our second series of the evening, as Bro look to create some memento against T1. This is going to be a very difficult match for Breon, but one that will need your support. Not exactly the highest volume, but T1 fans absolutely exploding.
Their intensity was great, though. Oh.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and there's the flash. Umpty is going to move himself forward and actually finds the permafrost onto Owner here as well. Karis moving back around, but he just flashes on top of him. Karis going to be taken down. That's first blood. They go 1 for 1, but you'll take the extra 100. Bit sad here for Bro, but still getting the flash, absolutely fantastic. You'll trade that for the Ghost any day.
I wonder if I don't think you have enough damage. There's
a hook. As Effort just says goodbye. Just out of vision. That was cool. Now in vision.
Watch Carrier.
It's fine, as Carrier is going to flash play. There's the ulti from Henry. Finds the hook, though. And Henry is the priority. He's going to be taken down. The prison's a bit late and means absolutely nothing. And now Effort is like, take me back, T1. Take me back. I'm going this direction. But he will be able to deny a couple of assists. And it's actually a good idea. So the kill goes solely over to Owner.
Flashes, plays, and then sets up the play, and then actually finds the hook on Hannah as well. Like that's
right as okay, Umpty, you are in a lot of trouble. The box is going to come through. Umpty's going to flash it to avoid getting slowed, but there's the hook. It's going to land once again. As okay, Umpty's able to stay alive thanks to the wild growth. Actually, a great interrupt there on the Nimbus strike.
Because right now you have a mid lane that is going completely neutral, which doesn't really need to be more than that.
Well, that is a nah, and the hook is going to connect. Henna just going to get played back, and he's just always exactly where T1 want them. As I've seen this play before, it happened a couple of days ago, and Effort's going to go down as well. It's a double kill for Gumushi. Look at that gigantic shield, and Faker just going to walk it out.
Keep Hannah alive throughout everything that's going to be thrown at him.
All right, let's see whether Karis can make it into the back line. He just gets pushed away. Has to use his ult so defensively. Cyclone on to 3 is fantastic. Azaius tries to get into the back line. Not the greatest now, but still, it's going to get the job done as the Lulu goes down first, and T1 take control of the Dragon Pit. And yeah, that is going to be Soul Point. And everything as it should be. 0-3-0, unfortunately, for Effort. Unable to keep himself alive there. As Umpty, he tried to escape. And Zayas is going to say no thank you. You know, Umpty was able to get
items, a BT and a fully stacked like overheal shield. And BT shield, like it's not happening.
That's Morgan's real dead. Karis now going to try and look for this one as well, as at least, okay, he's still mega. Just for a couple of seconds as Karis gets into his shroud.
He's hopping in!
He's hopping in. All right, Karis, can you survive? Zay's just going to walk in. Wild Growth comes down, but the Hyper Procs are going to be in. He'll have another hop, but he doesn't need it because the Boomerang was coming down. While the rest of Pro are trying desperately to defend, Zayas is not done. Effort is now going to get chased down. He has no Wild Growth, and all right, okay.
That was a 1v3!
Well, it was a 1v1 and a 1v1 and a 1v1. It's kind of what it felt like, or at least a 1v1, then a 1v2, and then a 1v1. As, all right, Gumushi is going to be able to snipe Morgan. Faker is going to go golden. And Umpty's desperately trying to hold on to this one, but it is well and truly done. Carrier is going to be taken down, as perhaps a Zeri moment was almost upon us, but Henna just kind of dies. And now it's a open Nexus. And what? Okay. Polymorph comes in, but that's only going to buy them a little bit of time. It's, okay. The Nexus dies, so it's okay. It's all right. Just ignore that, guys. T1.
I don't know if this is enough to win the game for Breon. I do think that the nameplate difference in this game is colossal, but I think they have a very adventurous draft with a couple of great parts. I just don't know how it works together, right? Like
I was just talking about this before. I was like, where did Hillbilly Gragas go? It was, of course, the skin that Score would play every single time. He was an absolutely fantastic jungle Gragas, and Umpty has picked it.
2 questions. Is this going to be the...
Remember, extremely dangerous, and there is the mist. The flash already used. The ignite is down. Of course, this was what Top Sejuani took all the time.
He does have boots.
All right, let's see what they can find, as Morgan is taking a lot of damage from Zayas here, but does get the stun, and Zayas should be dead. There it is, Kulbamik. It's going to come through, and that is first blood to the Lord's Renekton. Gets some revenge. against Zeus, who was playing the early lane very, very well. All right, well, there is Karis being delivered to Faker here. Owner gets himself the stun. Karis tries to get out, but it's not going to work. T1 bite back. Faker just walking through the silence field, not too worried about it, but Faker may have overextended. There's the flash. He gives him the thumbs up as the Emperor's Divide comes in. Can he get the bailout? The answer's no. As Karis, he's going to get tagged, and that is going to be it. Zeus picks up the other one as well with the Glacial Prison, and Faker knew. I think he knew. Gave him the thumbs up. He's like, I'm the bait. My team's
Well, T1 knows.
Can you line it up is
Owner's
the
on his
question.
way.
Gets the stun. There's the body slam. Max range. Easy peasy. Umpty locks it down.
Wonder if it's going to be Kraken. As long as it's not...
He's still in turret range. Morgan has to flash.
That's cancelled.
Going on there. Yep. Morgan going to get permanently frosted. And now Owner's going to move in. Colormeek is decent as the wish comes through, but it's not enough. Heartbreaker and Owner is now going down.
T and Karis looking for a play on Faker here.
All right, there's the barrel. Faker in trouble, and Karis locks down the kill. Very nicely played. Faker, Emperor's Divide comes in as Morgan is just going to die. And now Umpty is going to have to run away from the Pigeon Man with the Sand Soldiers. Barrel comes in. Can Faker actually find the remainder of the damage? He's going to look for it as there he goes. Sweeping Sands comes in. Concrete's in. Oh, the Comet! Just barely not enough. He'll take it. Oh, in the meantime, Henna is going to get a little bit upset. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but the tower's now dead, and so is Henna.
Also pushed down, after which they get Drake. And T1's ability we have a trap.
Has been set. Hostile takeover immediately going to be used, but Umpty's going to avoid it. Chains of Corruption come in. Morgan is on the flank, and they just leave. Carrier Karis wants to pick up the kill. The bailout is not going to do anything here. Henna wants to participate. It's not going to work out as it's two kills now for Bro. As now Faker, he's going to go out the back of the pit. Zeus moves up to the front, but now Henna with red and white guns, he's dangerous. And okay, the arrow's not going to be enough, but of course this isn't lethality Varus, so they lose the dragon. T1, can you actually do any more? Is this will be? As Chains of Corruption come in, as I may have cursed him because the Emperor's Divide is going to cut him in half. There we go, that's the first kill for the team fighters immediately. What? Where did Henna go? Umpty is now looking to try and grab Faker, but it's not going to work out. And T1, they just wipe the floor with them. Karis and Effort, the last men standing, and the Baron not going to be up for much longer.
A couple of flashes are forced.
Henna doesn't have his flash, so the stun's going to come in. And he's just, Henna's real dead. Does manage to get a move.
Contest.
He might take it. He'll take a Nexus turret.
Yeah, that's happening.
Because there's no one here. Karis is going to turn up, but there's a Nexus turret. The Soul, Faker, Emperor's Divide is going to deny that to the skies. Umpty, if he finds himself a body slam decently, but no, it's not going to happen. Flash over the wall, though, from Karis is going to spell the end of Faker. We're wanting to have as Carrier is going to find Umpty. That's a flash to make sure that he cannot body slam over. Really beautifully done. And that is Gumayushi picking it up from downtown.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Karis going to be spotted. Immediately turning around and taking down the Jace, and now the hostile takeover comes in. Henna is pretty dangerous though, as Carrier is going to get taken down. Emperor's Divide going to move Morgan away from Faker as the Glacial Prison lands in between everyone and explodes.
That's important. T1, all or nothing. Umpty. No, can't even get in.
Yeah, they do manage to take the outer turret in the mid lane. Come back. So going to have to Dominus deal with Faker here, and Effort is just running away from Owner. This Nexus turret, not long for the world. And Faker has a one-track mind. All right, that's a flash forward from Owner. Henna is in so much trouble. Faker will swoop in, collect that one, and move on towards winning this game. That Nexus turret was taken down.
Owner took the life of Effort and then used his silence to make sure he could get on top.
Very cutely done. As there is an Emperor's Divide. Faker is going to die again, but it looks like he's having a very good time on the Rift. The Nexus will fall moments afterwards. T1 pick up the 2-0.
And it was a game with...